With resumption day for schools really fast approaching, many are saying with the recent ban, especially as it concerns most schools, are celebrating graduation for their basic schools will lead to change the narrative for some schools. Or would it be more like a distraction and the government needs to do more as it concerns redeveloping and also repositioning basic education? Is a question on the minds of many. And a question we'll definitely be looking at later, but for now I want to quickly welcome you to Viewpoint on Atlantic TV. My name is Mike Egobadia.
It's a brand new week full of fresh opportunities and possibilities. Let's start today with energy, focus, and a smile. I am Mercy Irabo, and this is me wishing you a beautiful, blessed, and fulfilled week ahead. Well, we'll go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll go into the dailies. Don't go anywhere.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
Well, definitely the dailies is what we're starting off with today on our Viewpoint. And for review today, we have 5 papers. We have The Punch, The Vanguard, The Nation, These Days, and most certainly The Guardian will be guiding us through the dailies. But let's quickly start with The Punch. The Punch always has a screamer and a puncher. And on The Punch this morning, the leading story reads, Presidential Order fails to curb soaring drug prices. And we're talking about the sick and stranded. And right after that is essential medicines still unaffordable despite tax waivers, and pharmacies struggle amid weak naira. But anyway, there's no lack of not reading it. Go to page 2 and you'll get more of that stories on the Punch newspaper. Let's quickly see if we take other leading stories also at the top mass of the Punch today. PDP NEC gets a zoning report today amid convention crisis. And no crisis for you to read that on page 44. Still on page 44, locals beg federal government as Osun Ondo federal roads crumble. Woo, hard one you say. Or your leaders push for Makinde Adeleke's intervention in Alafin and Oni conflict is also a major screamer on page 9 of the Punch. And let's see if we take other leading stories also on the Punch, but let's see if we go to the bottom mass of the paper. And the federal government shuts 22 legal tertiary institution is a screamer on page 8 as pregnancy faking widow nabbed with cocaine in Lagos. And that very funny and disturbing story you can get on page 4 and 5 of the paper. Federal government begins phase 2 of the 12,000 megawatt Siemens power project. And you can power yourself more on that gist on page 27. And well, the picture of the day is more like at the very bottom mass. And is Payaza secures 20 billion naira in series 3 and 4 commercial paper approved by SEC. Well, anyway, that's the much you can take from the Punch newspaper.
All right, let's see what the nation has for us this morning. And the major story here says Nigeria, Brazil to seal deals in aviation, livestock, and other sectors. Tinubu on Tuesday visits a South-South synergy will generate investments, millions of jobs. And that's the rider to the story. You can read that on page 2 of the paper. Let's see if we have more story here. Just at the top of the major story, it says Africans will be better off with single economy. Malema chides xenophobia. Sultan seeks justice access for the poor. Well, that story is on page 2 of the paper. Let's go to the top mass of the paper. Foreign portfolios rose to 1.3 trillion naira in 7 months. Well, that's on page 3 of the paper. Rise in foreign reserves spore naira rally across markets. That's on page 19. Let's see if we still have some here. Alake investing in Nigerian's mining sector profitable. NASEN I-Tech transfer attracts $2 billion commitment, says CEO. That's on page 4 and page 3 of the paper. Let's see if we have more. The site Marcia says new debt financing strategy reduces foreign exposure. Well, that's on page 2 of the paper. Okay, the bottom mass says 6 dead, 19 rescued in another boat accident. That's on page 6. Police deports Chinese gang kingpin, and that's still on page 6 of the paper. Let's see the picture of the day. It's about the destruction of illegal refinery in Bayelsa. All right, so that's all we're taking on the nation. Let's see what the Guardian has for us this morning. Yeah, the major story here says Africa's future dependent on political economy in Nigeria, and that's South African saying that. It's on page 6 of the paper. Let's go to the top mass. U.S. Obasanjo fled judiciary over perceived graft. That's on page 3. El Rufai opposition leaders collapse Kaduna SDP into ADC. That's on page 2 of the paper. NLNG seals pact with gas suppliers to aid production expansion, and that's on page 4 of the paper. Let's go to the bottom mass. Coalition ADC warn of looming security collapse, urged Tinubu to act, and that's on page 6. NNPCL deducts 235.6 billion naira in 7 months for oil search in North Frontier basins, and that's on page 29 of the paper. Yoruba elders appeal to Oni Alafin to end rifts. That's on page 5 of the paper. Let's see if we have more. Federal government 1 trillion naira needed yearly to sustain school feeding program, and that's on page 29 of the Guardian. All right, and Nigeria Medical Association Lagos chapter threatens solidarity strike over unpaid salaries, welfare, and that's on page 5 of the paper. Benue Speaker resigns 48 hours after suspending 4 lawmakers. That's on page 29 of the papers. RMAFC under fire over upward review of politicians' remuneration, and that's on page 4 of the paper. And the photo of the day, we can see the former NBA president, Joe Okechukwu, SAN, and other dignitaries during the opening of the Nigerian Bar Association Annual General Conference. Well, that's all we're taking on the Guardian this morning. Let's go into this day. Yeah, this day. The major story here says Atiku Abubakar, ADC leading potent coalition, will shock the world in 2027. The writers to the story says we will upstage the status quo in a way that will leave doubters dumbstruck. Well, you can continue reading that story on page 5 of this day newspaper. Let's go to the top mass. FAAC reconciliation, NNPC, FIRS, others remit 1.49 trillion naira arrears to Federation in 6 months. And the writer to the story says no agreement on $78.2 million, 6.7 trillion naira outstanding payments yet. And that's on page 5 of the papers. Let's see if we have more stories here. The bottom mass, recapitalization, premium trust scales CBN's 200 billion naira minimum capital threshold for national commercial banks, and that's on page 6 of the paper. And the picture of the day is still that of the opening of the NBA AGC. That's all we're taking on this day this morning.
Well, the last paper for us to look at will be the Vanguard, and let's see what the Vanguard has. It's a major one on its front page, and that is economy, industrialization in jeopardy as agri manufacturing sink. And let's sink deep to see what the writer says. Services sector takes driving seats, and manufacturing loses 1.2 trillion in 5 years, according to a report. But just get more of that report on page 19 of the paper. Let's quickly go to the top mass of the Vanguard this morning. And insecurity, concerned stakeholders decry killing of 10,217 persons in just 2 years. I remember we took a look at this last week on the dialogue, but just continue that story on page 8. Gridlock, Lagos halts work on Ogudu. Ifako Bridge is a major one on page 10. An NBA conference, Sultan Mba Milema, tax lawyers and justice protection of poor. And no poor news on that, just go get page 26 of the paper. U-Tide, 131% surge in air fares to southeast, south-south sparks passengers outcry. And you can get more of that crying on page 9 of the Vanguard. Imported steel products drain over $4 billion foreign exchange annually. And a sad narrative on page 5, still of the Vanguard newspaper. Governor Abdul Razak declares war on kidnappers bandit after deadly attack. A very sad one that played out during the weekend. Page 6 have more of that stories. Labour tackles federal government over proposed pay rise for political office holders. Also remember, we took a look at these last week on the dialogue, and you can get more of that story on page 8. Intrigues as Benue Assembly elects new speaker is one speaking out on page 13. ADC to Tinubu declares state of emergency in Katsina Zamfara over insecurity. And also page 9 seems to have that story. Falana to EFCC, return recovered 32.7 billion naira and $445,000 loot to NSIPA, which is the major one that they should return to. But anyway, I'll tell you to get more of that story on page 9. Well, the picture of the day is more like just giving us a real look at what the industrialization seems to be, the economy and industrialization in Nigeria. And you can see a factory right there as a major one right there. But anyway, that's much you can take from the Vanguard newspaper, and honestly, all papers, 5 of them, will just employ you to go grab a copy of any. Now, that'll take your interest, and you might just be reading up the full story. But what we'll do now is go on a break, and you do know dialogue will be next right here on Viewpoint on Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV, culturally inclined and uniquely different.
My name is Desoka, the comedy catalyst, one of Nigerian comedy.
Alright guys, back again, yes boss, my name is Osh Baby.
Yemi Alade.
Yeah, what up people, it's your boy Victor Edi.
Girl Niniola.
My name is my wife, and just celebrity type man.
My papa say, who won't carry cow, waka go, waka follow the cow, I know the life for you.
I see you know you're watching the Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Informative, educative, interesting, entertaining.
Worldwide, international.
Don't go anywhere, I'll catch you.
Don't touch that die. Atlantic TV. Boom.
Atlantic TV. We wanna party.
Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different. Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
The Edo State government has said approve X or textbook that have been used by older siblings can continue to be used by others as long as they are still listed as approved by the government. This is just as government has also placed a ban on graduation ceremonies in nursery and primary schools saying only those who have completed basic education, that is junior secondary and senior secondary school education, are allowed to hold modest celebration of their achievements. This was contained in a statement by the Commissioner for Education, Dr. Paddy Yamo in Benin, and made available to newsmen. Yamo in a statement said the decision were in line with the government repositioning of education and also in making life better and easier for citizens of the state. And also, he hinted that the directive will take effect from the 2025-2026 academic section. This decision seemed to have come as a relief to many parents and also sparked the debate around celebration of graduation in nursery and primary schools. In following the same cue, the Imo State and Benue State government have also placed a ban on such celebration, making it truly sound as a national issue. Reports of many states also planning such ban. Now, proponents are arguing that a ban reduces financial burdens on parents and promotes focused education, while opponents to this very ban believe it removes a critical milestone and prematurely ends a child celebration journey. Well, whichever side of the divide you take or would be, it is only important that we discuss this on this lovely edition of Dialogue on Viewpoint. And that's what we're looking at today. We're talking about a ban on graduation parties and non-transferable textbook that seem to already hitting some states, and other states are also planning to also go ahead and place a ban on those. But anyway, we're not banning that discussion. Rather, we're having it right here on this lovely first edition of Dialogue in the Week. And to help us look at this is no other person but Ambassador Dr. Mrs. Onyi Ikemefuna. While she's an Administrative Director of Shama Educational Foundation and also a sitting chair of Shama School Board and co-founder of Security Education. Good morning and welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you so kindly for having me here today. I'm truly very excited to be here. Then considering the discussion line.
Okay.
I'm super excited about it.
Well, anyways, I'm happy about your excitement because I really want us to really look at it. It's more like taking, many will say it might be the step in the right direction. And while others, like I said in my introduction, is like, these are not really serious issues that concerns education.
On the head is a step on the right direction.
Okay, well, anyway, let's move in that direction. I do know you're a proprietress of a school, and I'm a bit curious, but also interested to know your reaction as it concerns this ban on celebrations, or those in basic, and also the issue of non-transferable textbooks. What's your view on this?
I'm going to take transferable textbooks firstly.
Okay, I'd like us to do that.
Yes, because 2 years ago, I sat down and I critically, this part of it you didn't know about me, right?
Okay.
I sat down critically and I looked at the expenditure.
Okay.
In every new academic session, when children are going into new classes, new learners are coming into school, and then you see families having 2, 3, 4 children, and they are sending them to school at the same time. Very recently, I just had 2 of my children graduate from the university at the same time, and then one is currently running her MBA, and then I have just one last one that is still in the secondary school. I like to start on time, and I like to make them prepare. And then my little girl who is going into secondary school at that time to a new class found some books that her older siblings had used in the secondary school. And then we looked at the content, the scheme of work, topics, and everything. She found them relevant. And then it dawned on me. I came back to school and I announced to parents, I said, good news. That it will not be a bad idea for us to start training our children to be leaders and to be responsible to taking care of their textbooks so that they can transfer to their younger siblings. And parents welcome the idea. But I told them, I said, for workbooks, because they write inside the workbook, that one you can always buy new ones. It was a welcome development, and I saw the excitement in the parents and the older ones that are keeping their books well. naturally you see children, they
after the books being used.
Yes, they have the mentality, oh, these books will just dump it, so they use it anyhow. There is no place of responsibility. They don't even wrap their books anymore. I still found some books that I used in secondary school. I left secondary school, decades away. I still found them because I have kept them very well, and I still make reference to them. So I see it as a very welcome development. If our state will buy into it, it will go a long way to cushion, the expenditure on parents.
Now, if you feel this will definitely help to cushion the expenditure, but that's the main reason that this ban was even put in place. And we're still talking about transferable textbook. Then why was, if they see the financial gains on all of this, just like what you said, you saw the idea of these kids being responsible in looking after these books, taking good care of them. But if that's the notion, then why are schools really hell-bent on making sure that parents go through this tedious journey of buying textbooks that are already being used by one of their children? So let's understand the place of schools in putting a must for parents to get these books.
You see, my countenance changed a little bit.
Yes.
I'm a school owner, but we run a different kind of school, I will tell you. Okay. I'll tell you much about that later on. Yeah. But let us focus on what we are talking about.
I really appreciate that.
I will not be talking about publishers here today, because they have not come to advertise on this program.
Yes, no.
So, concerning school owners, I will tell you it's business.
Okay, it's more like business.
It's more like business.
Okay.
Because when they buy the books from the publishers and they are selling to parents, they make huge profit from it. So they are not going to easily let that slide because they will be losing money in it. I think that's the mindset. And then you come to the publishers, they're in business. So they also want to keep producing, they want to keep selling, and they want to keep making money. But if we truly want to consider and look at how the economy is biting hard on everybody, then we need to re-strategize. Everybody will need to go back to their drawing board and then see how we can all work around it. Like I mentioned earlier, workbook, yes, sell every year. But for the textbooks, let it be something that at least 2-3 younger siblings can use before they come back to the market to buy new ones.
Now, you talked about the economy, and I'm also a bit concerned there because while all of this was going on and still going on, the publishers were making a whole lot of money.
Yes, please.
And they had enough money to do a whole lot of research to improve the books. Now, don't you feel this ban will be a bit retrogressive in not making them have enough to publish good books that have in every way changed the narrative in private schools?
Well, from the beginning, you made a point. You said as long as the books were still fitting into, and because I listened to you carefully, and that's why I told you I was excited about it. I am a curriculum developer. I would not want, every day, everything about education changes. Recently, I enrolled for AI training because I have Gen Zs and Alpha generation to deal with, so I have to up my game. So now, if we are looking at the approved books, they are there consistently for 3 years. Yes.
So this will not put a plug.
Exactly. Except if there are some schools that have been going on substandard. Books that are not approved, that does not have the real scheme of work. Because we don't just go to class and we are preparing our lesson notes blindly. We go with approved books, and these approved books have been carefully looked into by experts, and then it's following the scheme of work. So for 3 years, is there on board? So let the children use it and let the parents, enjoy spending less.
Okay, now I'm a bit also concerned because we've seen cases whereby some teachers or some school will make it mandatory that you buy a certain textbook and you buy from them.
I talked about it earlier.
So let's also look at that.
These things shouldn't be cast on stone. I tell you, if we want to help this country, I like the way Americans come and they say America first. Let Nigeria, let's change the narrative. We are too self-centered. We care about ourselves so much that we do not care about those that are not equal to your standard. Whose standard are we measuring here? We're looking at the masses. we're not looking at you, sir.
Yeah.
You're not looking at certain people who can afford.
Yeah.
We are saying let us have equality because the schools are meant for everybody to go through it.
Okay.
So if I've decided to put my child in a certain school where the school fees is X, Y, Z, and they are mandatory books that they have to buy, so be it. But now I want to look at the general school that is leveled for everybody. And I'm saying let the government make it mandatory that textbooks are reused at least for 3 years. Once it's relevant, let it be in use. For those teachers who come back and they're producing, because most times they're the ones who produce, like in some universities, you see some lecturers, they come out, they take other people's work that they have researched and they produce their handouts and they say, oh, if you don't buy these handouts, you cannot graduate. You cannot pass.
They even place a mark on you getting those handouts.
Maybe 10% of the total, cost credit. They put it there and they say you must buy it. So if some of our secondary school and primary school teachers have reduced themselves and brought themselves to that witchcraft spirit operation, then that is so bad. They need to change it and come back to the level where they can even prepare something for the children and give them to copy because it's part of it. Yeah. It's part of learning.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's what we're really looking at. And we're not looking at just that witchcraft.
No, we're not.
Of these teachers, but rather we're looking at the general term, and that is the issue of placing a ban on graduation ceremonies and also non-transferable textbook that seems to also be taken away, especially as it concerns some states in the country. But anyway, we're still having that discussion, and still remember, we have our guest here. We're talking of no other person but Ambassador Dr. Mrs. Onyi Ikemefuna. Well, she's a proprietress of Ashama Schools, and indeed helping also take a plus as it concerns that very ban. But let's now come to the main, and when I mean the main, we're talking about graduation ceremonies. Now, one of the main reasons that the government felt this ban has to come was to deal with the outrageous, forgive my language, but I'd rather put outrageous spending on gowns, parties, and souvenirs that are sometimes compulsory on these parents. Now, I want you to look at that. Do you feel this will help to curb all of this? And do you see more states queuing in and also putting a ban on such unnecessary ceremonies?
Okay, firstly, I'd like to take the part that asked if I see more states keen into it, taking steps towards that direction. Yes, because I see that the president of this country is someone who likes to look into, everything that seems to be going in the right direction. Okay. And if they look at this one and they see the danger, because I saw some danger, especially with the last graduation ceremonies, they are everywhere on social media. I think it's a good thing that our country, Nigeria, should look into.
And most certainly some states will follow.
And states following.
Okay.
And if it comes from the top, Federal Ministry of Education. Okay. Yes, I want it to be looked into critically, and I really want some states to go into it. Okay. And I see some states going into it. Okay. Yes. If I can go ahead and then talk to you more about it. I had my graduation on the 24th of July. Okay. And then immediately after that graduation, early into the next week, I called for a meeting. Okay. I called for a meeting of stakeholders, concerned parents. We sat down and we redesigned how our graduation should run next year. And in that redesigning of how graduation should run next year, we have put out a date where the children will come, like, achievement assembly, showcase, and we have their parents come in, listen and watch their children perform. Because that's one thing that I see that parents are highly interested in seeing happen for their children. For the issue of the dress down, I just gave color code to different classes, and then I asked their parents, let their children dress up like this, and for decency's sake, so that they are not just wearing anything and coming. Then I see that some schools actually take it to the extreme. They pay so much money for souvenir. They pay so much money to dress up. And I even see luxury cars, driving the children.
Well, it's more like a trend, a recent trend.
I know, but my concern Is this really the right way to raise these children? What happens tomorrow? I feel that we are jeopardizing their future, because we are given a picture that is not real, that is not the norm, because we are just setting up what I can call caricature representation of incorporeal realities, because these children will grow up with this mindset and they think that this is how it should life should be this easy. No, where is the working hard? Where is the excellent performance that we are looking for the children to even graduate them? So I feel that preschoolers, what business do they have to graduate?
Celebration.
I see some schools graduating preschoolers going into kindergarten proper. It's stress on them.
Okay, now, just as you feel that way, there's this also proponents that feel different from your view. And the reason they feel that way, they feel this will in every way stop or be more like stopping the milestone for these young children to understand what celebrating to the next level is. And if you take a cue, almost all that we're doing now, we took it from the United States of America. And many will say this celebration mode started there. And if you look at them, the children are confident with what they do. They celebrate or they are really excited when they feel they've attained a certain position and moving to the next class. We've seen proms being done in source schools that are now being done here in Nigeria. So don't you feel that would remove that excitement of these young children, understanding that when I'm moving to the next level, I need to celebrate it. And hence, they will always want to move to the next level and get that excitement. So don't you feel this will in every way also jeopardize that feeling of achievement at a very young age?
I want us to copy and copyright. I want us to emulate what is right. Okay. I mean, I've been to the United States of America countless times. I've attended graduation ceremonies. The prom you talked about is not done at the preschool level.
Okay.
Yes, it's not even done at the primary school level. It's done at the secondary school level.
So we're just copying the wrong way.
Exactly. We just see things on social media. We hear about things. We catch on it, and then we cash
on it.
Yes. It's not something that I think I like to sit and talk about too much. Okay. If you're talking about removing celebration, sense of celebration from children, I mean, there are different ways we can make these children celebrate.
Okay.
If you can have class-by-class celebration and, name it properly, like I mentioned about Achievement Assembly, it's a program I designed. I designed that program in 2014.
Okay.
We have parents come in, the children dress up, they come, it's Achievement Assembly, they celebrate. They dress up. Their parents come, they don't buy a ticket, they sit down, they listen to their children, they perform, they take pictures, they eat, and then they go home. It's celebration. And then on the day of graduation, we do this class by class, right? And then on the day of the graduation, you have just the graduates coming in with their parents and their guests, and then you graduate them.
So you feel it's right to place more emphasis on education rather than celebration?
Well, two can go pari passu. Okay. But, it depends on how. Let's not overdo things. Let's get things done rightly. And then getting these things done right, you have to balance the equation. If a child has done so well, yes, you celebrate the child. There is you can pay to the radio television station like this, bring the child on, and then the child will come and talk about the journey, how he went through it. You have spent money. You have also educated another child out there.
So you feel it's going to be the right spending?
Yes, it's going to be the right spending. It's not just the spending of, buy all the expensive shoes for children. Are they going to sustain it?
That's a question.
Yeah, is it sustainable? Okay. It's not sustainable. I like to do things that, you implement. You also have your sustainable plans, knowing that in the next 5 years, 10 years, that this is the way you're going to be going, rather than go up and down.
Okay, well, anyway, we're not going up and down. Rather, we're right here in the studio discussing about this. And that's what we're doing on this lovely edition of our dialogue. Yeah, we're talking about the issue of the recent ban on non-transferable textbooks, and not just that, and also ceremonies, flamboyant, extravagant ceremonies that are being done by parents on account of celebrating their children, moving from one level to another. And just like you say, sometimes do these children even know what's happening? Well, it's a major question that we're trying to really look at. As we also look at, should states also follow on that ban? We know already 3 states are already putting on that ban. We know Edo, Imo, and Benue State already taking on that ban. But anyway, should more states follow is also a major question. But let me quickly come back to you, Ma.
Yes.
And many will also attribute these to societal change and a neglect of values. And many feel the recent bets of Jay-Z generation started here, that they will rather think of celebrating on social media, paint a reality that they feel is there, rather than looking at values. Do you feel if this ban comes to be, and like you said, it's going to take a federal look, and every other state copies, we might really see a cut down on people that do everything to be on social media without putting values to it?
That's very key for me, values. I have one of my quotes, one of my best quotes actually, that says adding value to all you do should be a lifestyle. The people who are involved in all of this flamboyant celebration, did they sit down to look at the advantages and the disadvantages of all of this? Did they have, I mean, was there a pre-plan and a blueprint of what the outcome in the life of the children is going to be in the nearest future? I don't know how they came about that, but let me quickly say here that some parents are also to be blamed here. Because they want to live a life of setting class, and they want to paint some pictures that, you know, portrays something that maybe they are looking at as a photographic memory picture of what their lifestyle should be. I'm thinking. I'm just thinking about it. But if we want to look at the realistic talk about, you know, this discussion that we're going about this morning, I will tell you that parents should calm down. Parents should look inwards. Let us keep on adding value to our children. Already we live in a world that is debased. The decadence is eating too much into the fabric of values. We have practically lost it, and we are losing it on a daily basis. So if we come back and realize as parents that we are the first teachers of our children, and then we look at how to, you know, rebirth value, we will look at these things as unnecessary necessities, and then we can tone it down and put it in a proper perspective on how it should go. Come back. That's why we have PTPF. I have Parent Teachers Performance Forum in my school. We are always discussing, we are always talking about the well-being of our children, because I believe that positive parental participation is good for child's total well-being. The total there is the word for me. So, and all of these things that we're discussing here are part of it. So parents have a part to play, the school have a part to play. We'll come back with dialogue like we're doing here this morning. And then we come to a compromise and we say, let's take this off. Let's add this, let's put this. Because at the end of the day, we want this child to come out adding value to the society.
Well, talking about adding value, that will bring in my next question. And there's this belief that, states are now wanting to put that ban. And like you said, most states will certainly follow on putting a ban on all of this. But many will also feel it's a misplaced of priority, that this should not come as a must. This should not be where government should take a cue from, but rather they should think about improving our schools, bringing policies that will still place private schools at the top, because we do know that private schools still remain a major contributor to the development of education in the country. Just like the United States report in 2022 still emphasized that private schools are the one pushing up the standard more than government school. Now, my next question, do you feel with government coming in now to regulate all of this, would this not in every way be a bit retrogressive and make the schools fall back rather than invent more other ways of improving on the school? We're not talking of just only academic, because social, academic is also important. The social life of the children is important, and this is a bet to that social activity.
I believe in the 3 domains of learning. Yes, and then when you look at the 3 domains of learning, all of this extra is all part of it, right? Government coming in and is not what it should be doing at this time, should not even be put in place, because government can actually sit up and help a distraction.
A distraction?
Yes.
You say?
Yes, a distraction. It is not like it's a major thing that the government is going to be doing in the educational sector. There are a whole lot. Like in Delta State, for instance, my governor is doing a whole lot that some parents and some school owners are not even very aware of what he's doing. But I know that he's working so hard in seeing that he brings the educational sector to a height that should be envious to this country. I know he's doing all of that. Now, if I call this a distraction and government comes in and put their weight on it, it will help to put a check on it fast rather than go on a slow motion. Yes, so that's what I think that aspect is about. Then going further to, looking at a bigger picture of what the government should be doing in the educational sector. There are policies that have been shared with the government. And they are critically looking into it to seeing how best it will be of value to the children in this state. And even in our country, our states differs. What's obtainable here might not be obtainable in Lagos State. And then you talk about the United States of America. I was listening to Fox News the other day and I heard about the children that the government works into school. You bring your child to school and they run a test without your permission, yes, on the child. And they find something wrong with that child, they take that child away from you. You as a parent who dropped the child in school, you come back to the school to pick up your child. The school authority will tell you, we are sorry, your child is not here. You start to run around. Where is my child? Your child has gone to where your child will be taken care of, because they want their children in the United States of America, that is their concern, to grow up right. So if government will come and take over their children and start to take care of their children, you will see that a lot of schools, a lot of parents, a lot of school owners will have less say and less control over what is done.
Now still talking about what is done, because I'll still come to these proponents that feel this might not really be necessary from government, because let's look at it. Now, the government has a whole lot on its table when it concerns education in the country. We're talking about dilapidated school structures in the government schools. We're talking about unpaid teachers. We're talking about schools that do not have even the basic structure. And private schools have helped to really solve all of that problem. Now, would this not also be more like the government gagging the development of these private schools? And the reason I say this, in a very recent, we're talking of just last month, we saw Delta State come first, and it was private schools that ensured that they came first in a world debate competition in Qatar. They beat countries like United States and even Qatar to clinch the title. Delta State here, and it were private schools that were doing it. So does it make any sense that government cannot even live up to its own standard, and now you're regulating private schools that have done enough, and it's putting our states and our schools in the world map? Does this make any sense? Should government not rather take a different approach, take a different direction, than rather than diving into what naturally doesn't really concern them?
Okay, in a common sense setting, we should be our brother's keepers. We should care for one another. I'm not going to be too much about the government this morning in this aspect of ban on textbooks and then graduation ceremony. These are the things that even civil society organizations, NGOs should create the awareness, and then let the private schools that are helping. No doubt, I run a private school. I am very glad that I am adding value and that I am supporting the government. Let it not be something that will bring us, to a place of jeopardy. No, let it redirect us, have us to have a rethink, and then have us to see how we can support, how we can, aid families for continuity. Because if our children are dropped from school, they will become school dropouts. And what is the reason that children drop out of school? When parents are not able to pay their tuition, when parents are not able to provide, the necessary materials that they need to going back to school. They will sit down at home. Yes, private school children have gone and they have won, the competition, and they have made Delta State proud. I also saw that some government school children were part of that.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw that.
Well, anyway, it might be a very small percentage. But anyway, they were there.
We
private school made a bulk of those set of children.
We complement each other.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say here.
Okay.
The private school, the government school, we complement, because at the end of the day, all of these children meet in the society. Yeah, so that is the reason why we should create this equality between the private school children and the government school children. Teach them equally, drive them equally, and then they come out meeting and they have the same language to speak, so that the gap will not be too much. Now, if people are saying that it's too small of a thing for government to dive into, the government has a weight. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. The weight of government, the voice of the government, the policy of the government. You won't want to go outside that. Yeah. So let us sit down, go back to our drawing table, and see how we can be fair. Fair to each other. I will keep saying it. Workbook, sell. Textbooks, maybe the essentials that have been there over the years and that are still relevant. And the children have managed it well. Because in my own school, I wouldn't want a child using tattered books. That's why I talked about responsibility earlier, coming from the older siblings. So we start teaching them leadership. We start teaching them how to take care of themselves, take care of their belongings. So if they are books, maybe we'll put a clause to say, if the back of the book is torn and if pages are gone from it, you can't use it. But if it's a book that has been kept well and is still looking very new, why should we?
And relevant.
And relevant, yes. Why should we deny them? It's not even something that government should come and, start talking about too much. It's about us to us, being kind and helping so that children can remain in school and children can have materials to study in school.
Well, thank you so much, Ma. I know time is well spent, and you really want to credit us in talking about this. It's a need for us. There's every need for us to talk about this on Dialogue today. I was talking about the recent ban on our schools dealing with the issue of graduation ceremony, especially for the basics. And we're talking about nursery, primary, but rather that of junior secondary and senior secondary celebration would be going on, but like the government said, should be a bit modest. And not only that, we're also looking at the issue of non-transferable textbook, especially as it concerns one sibling to the other. The government has said if it still remains relevant it is, and it should be allowed in every way to continue. But anyway, I know time is well spent and we're really almost out of time, but it will really sound out of place if this opportunity is not being given. Now, the 2025-2026 calendar will soon start.
Yes.
We're just a couple of weeks away. And I know some parents are already having headache. Well, I doubt if I have any. But anyway, what I mean is in the payment of the fees and all of that. But let's come to it. Now, what advice will you have for private schools, especially as it concerns students coming on board in the next academic year? Now, we've heard that some schools also do this, and the issue of you pay half and you settle the rest later, knowing how things are difficult. While some schools will put a plug on it. If you do not pay everything on the first day of redemption, please do not enter. But I want your advice as it concerns the resumption of schools. I'm not talking about just the money, but what should be the best way, best approach that most schools should take now as we resume?
I will be very frank with you. Okay. Some parents are not being fair.
Okay.
Yeah, especially to these private schools. Okay. You'll see some parents who misplace their priorities. Okay. Like, we talked about the graduation. They rather spend on those things. I'm not calling them irrelevant. I'm not calling them relevant. But they rather, or out of place. They would rather spend on those things. I saw a parent the other day at the mall with the children with big bags. Wow. Yes, it's okay. But looking in through the bags, what are the contents of those bags
and what value
is it? Why don't you start early to start putting these monies aside little by little? Save on it. It's something that that is an obligation that you must meet up with. Save. So if a private school is being owed for part school fees of first term, part school fees of second term, and maybe the entire school fees of third term, how would the school run? Please, parents, pay 100% if you can. If you have been a parent who have been paying before and then something happens, then early enough, contact the school. Don't wait until school is resuming and then you come to the school gate and then you start ranting. I've been here for 4 years. I've been here for 5 years. Have I done this before? No, it starts one day. So start early to dialogue. This dialogue is good.
Well, anyway, that's why we're having dialogue.
Yes, start early to dialogue. Meet with the school owners. Explain to them early enough so they can have it in their plan. Because they also have plans. They are waiting for these monies to come in. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 things to achieve. And they are planning on the monies coming in. And improving on the standard, exactly. So it's very important that parents should fulfill their obligation. Pay your children's fees on time and pay 100% if you can, and even stay stress-free.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I want us to also look at another recent idea that many feel will also help deal with the issues of fees, which is always paramount, especially as it concerns resumption of schools and how schools can also forge ahead.
Yes.
And there's this feeling that if the government can also think towards the issue of loans for tertiary institution students, that can also give rise to also loans to parents to deal with their children's school fees in the private schools. Don't you feel this will also be a welcome development if government steps in, could even give credit loans, could even give guarantees for these parents with the interest that, a special fund is kept somewhere. If these parents fail to complete that, these private schools can reach out to this. Don't you feel this idea will also help to change all of this narrative as it concerns payment of school fees?
In the Western world, yes, it's something very obtainable and it's been working for so many years.
Yes.
And then you see the students keeping to their own bagging. Now in Nigeria, it's a welcome development.
Okay.
But I talk about honesty, integrity, responsibility. Are people not just going to run away after everything?
Okay.
Are people not just going to run away after everything and then they are saying, after all, it was my own share of the government?
No, but if government comes in and settle the bill, how would that really concern the private school owners?
Okay, so if the government comes in and settles the bill, I mean, why not? We will enjoy it. So government, you are hearing, so come in now.
I did not say so. It was just a question that was asked, so please.
Okay, so now you see, I mean, it's something that school owners, especially the private schools, are they going to include the private schools?
Well, that's a question.
Are they going to include the private schools? Government should look to the direction of private schools, actually.
Okay.
Because lots of those private schools are adding so much value. I told you earlier that I will tell you a little bit about our school, Shama.
Yeah.
Shama School offers 100% scholarship to certain children.
Gifted children.
Well, not necessarily gifted children. There are some circumstances that will warrant that. And then we come in, we sit in, and we take over. We're not just taking over, sending the child to school and paying tuition. We provide uniforms, books, everything that the child needs, and even one meal a day. And we provide medical care for the children. Yes, because we want to step in and step in well. So these are the kind of things that government should also do. That's why I say we complement the government. So in our own case, those parents who are paying parents, if they understand that they are also supporting this course, they will be on time to make their payments. And if there's anything going to stop them from making payment as at when due, let them talk about it early so that there will be an understanding. And then you see, in some cases where school is about to resume, there are so many schools that go out of their way to make the children more comfortable. They rebrand, they upgrade on some things that they have used previously. That's why government should also look in the direction of private schools and give them support.
I'm almost tempted to ask before we go, is there any special funds for private schools as it concerns building and development, especially coming from the government sector?
I will tell you outrightly, no, not to my knowledge. Rather, taxes are too much.
Well, anyway,
sorry for another day.
She said taxes, I didn't say anything.
Taxes are too much, but no support.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
But don't you feel that will also help to build the level of private schools?
Of
if
course.
they can also reach out to some of these funds.
Of course, of course. Sometime 2 years ago, I came up with a proposal, proposing scholastic education plus skills for our children. as an empowerment program for secondary school children, so that by the time they are leaving secondary school, they will not even be, dependent on, seeking, getting jobs, working and earning, because learning normally should drive earning. And if they are equipped, empowered for such, you see that they will just run and they will just go.
It will look seamless.
It will look seamless. The troubles will reduce, to a great level. So I'm also proposing that. Some schools are into that, artificially, yes. While some schools are seriously in it, but let it be something that the government should support. Maybe giving certain tools that will aid all of that to happen in our secondary schools. We would truly appreciate it.
Well, anyway, on that very appreciative note, we need to really come to an end of our discussion, an hour. And honestly, we still do have a lot of questions, but you do know time is never a friend, especially when we're having such a lovely discussion on dialogue. And well, an interesting one it has been. We're talking about the recent ban in the issue of a non-transferable textbook. And not only that, but extraordinary and unnecessary graduation ceremonies are being placed by some states. We're talking about Edo, Imo, and Benue. And there's every tendency with information reaching us that many other states might take a cue and also do that. But anyway, we'll not go without really thanking, talking of no other person, but Ambassador Dr. Mrs. Onyi Ikemefona. You do know she's the Administrative Director of Shama Educational Foundation, and also a sitting chair of the Shama School Board and co-founder of the Security Education. But please note also that Shama Educational Foundation has a special consultative status with the United Nations and accredited with UNICEF, and hence we brought her here to give us her own view as it concerns this. I would truly appreciate your time with us, Ma. Thank you so much.
Thank you so kindly for having me.
Well, thank you so much. Adding your voice to dialogue and talk about these issues, we really appreciate you. Well, anyway, that's how it is today on Dialogue. You do know Viewpoint continues, and the news will come around the hour. But also do know, trending will definitely be something you want to trend on the show. Let's go on a break. I will come back and do more.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
My name is Desoka, the comedy catalyst of one of Nigerian comedy.
All right, guys, back again. Yes, boss. My name is Osh, baby.
Yemi Alade.
Yeah, what up, people? It's your boy Victor Adi.
Girl Ninyola.
My name is my wife and just celebrity type man.
My papa say, who won't carry cow, waka go, waka follow the cow. I know the life for you.
I see you know you're watching the Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV. Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Informative, educative, interesting, entertaining.
Worldwide, international.
Don't go anywhere, I'll catch you.
Don't touch that die. Atlantic TV. Boom.
Atlantic TV, we wanna party.
Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different. Atlantic TV, culturally inclined and uniquely different. Ruth Gender Foundation.
I'm Ruth Edema Collins. I hold a first degree in physics electronics, a postgraduate qualification in business administration, and a nationally certified French language tutor. Career-wise, I'm an educational facilitator. I'm the managing director at Atlantic Media and TV, and I'm also a director at Vocotech Integrated Services Nigeria Limited. I'm a wife and a mother, and I like dressing up to show up. Yeah, so that's basically me. Thank you. Root Gender Foundation was inspired from my personal experiences growing up as a young girl in a typical Nigerian environment. For me, it was being different. It made people bully me, abuse me, and harass me. I was always misunderstood and underrated. Root Gender is a foundation that is dedicated to building confidence in the Nigerian girl child through educational and inspirational programs, like supporting programs that promote girl child education. We also organize physical exercises for our young girls for the overall well-being of their mental and physical states, and also for the acquisition of self-defense skills. We also sensitize girls on laws that protect them. In our constitution, a lot of girls do not know that they have rights, that there are laws that protect their interests in Nigeria. Hence, they are vulnerable, they are living in fear, which is stopping them from reaching their full potentials. So we sensitize them on the laws that protect their interests. This, like I said, is visioned towards building confidence in the Nigerian girl child. So that is just a wrap-up of what we do at Root Gender Foundation. I would say I resonate with the struggles and the challenges of the girl child, particularly the Warri girl child. I happen to grow up in the heart of Warri. I'm from an average background. My family is an average one, but I experienced a lot. Like I said, I was bullied, I was overlooked, I was harassed for being a different child, for daring to be different, and nobody was taking note and tapping into my potentials. So my interest for the girl child is I would love to be a voice for the girl child. They need people to believe in them. They need people to speak for them. I also want the Warri girl child to know that there is hope beyond the reef. I want them to see the bigger picture. I want them to know that they can compete on global platforms. They can compete on international platforms, and they can do very well. We have the likes of Ada Gold, or Maumi, and the rest of them. They are all competing very well on international platforms, and I know that you too can do that, and I want you to know that is why we are here. Root Gender Foundation is here to make you understand that you can actually be what you want to be. As part of our objectives at Root Gender Foundation, we are dedicated to promoting girl child education. Like I said, I represent the brand Warri Girl Child. I represent the brand the African Girl Child, because I have gone through the struggles from there to here. So giving 2 million to the best female participants is just a way to share them on. It's just a way to make them know that we believe in you. I believe in you. You can look up to us. we are sharing you on. It is not about the money. We believe in your potential. We want our girls to know that you are doing the right thing at the right time. You are in the right place, and this is what you should be doing. That's why we are supporting you, and we will always be here to support you. Girl-child empowerment to me is enforcing laws that protect our girl child. You know, my NGO, we've been pursuing a bill that we will see to be passed. We are asking that our girls should be allowed to carry pepper spray as weapons of self-defense. Because if you look at it, our women have nothing to protect themselves. They are just there by the grace of God. So we are pursuing laws that will protect the girl child. So empowerment, girl child empowerment to me is enforcing laws that protect the girl child, educating the girl child on time and money management, financial literacy, and equipping them with self-defense skills. Also, access to quality education. This to me is girl child empowerment and nothing more. A girl child must possess effective communication skills. They should be able to communicate effectively. A girl child should be financially literate. She should know how to manage her finances, and she should also know how to manage her time. Yes. Also, most importantly, another skill is self-awareness. It's important for our girls to know who they are, to believe in themselves. That's the vision of our NGO, building confident girls that can achieve their full potentials in Nigeria. That is our NGO's vision. So yeah, those are some of the skills I believe that the girl child should possess. She needs role models. She needs people that have dared that path and have made it. Our young girls need role models. That's why we have to do better. We have to do the work. We have to bridge the gap. We have to share them on like we are doing. You can achieve your dreams. First, you have to make education your best friend. Every effort you put into learning will always be there for you to never fail you. Boys will break your heart, people will break your heart, but every effort you put towards learning anything, everything will always come through for you. So for you to achieve your dreams, look towards the right people, look towards the right direction. There are people that have achieved in that route. I will encourage you to look up to them, learn from them. That is just the way to achieve your dreams. My message to the Warri Child, like I said, I represent the brand Warri Girl Child. We are letting the world know that we are not vile, we are not roused, we are educated, we compete intellectually, we have good things ahead of us. We can do it on the global platform, we can do it on the national platform, and we are everything there is to be a woman. I would encourage you, Warri Girl Child, make education your best friend. Make education your best friend. Learn new things. Learn new languages. Okay? And the sky will be your starting point. We are always here to share you up. Don't forget that my name is Ruth Edema Collins from Root Gender Foundation, and from all of us wishing you the best, we say keep watching Atlantic TV.
Ruth Gender Foundation. Atlantic TV, culturally inclined and uniquely different.
My name is Desoka, the comedy catalyst of one of Nigerian comedy.
All right, guys, back again. Yes, boss. My name is Osh, baby.
Yemi Alade.
Yeah, what up, people? It's your boy Victor 80.
Girl Ninyola.
My name is my wife Niger celebrity type man.
My papa say, who won't carry cow, waka go, waka follow the cow. I know the life for you.
I see you know you're watching the Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV. Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Informative, educative, interesting, entertaining.
Worldwide, international.
Don't go anywhere, I'll catch you.
Don't touch that die. Atlantic TV. Boom.
Atlantic TV, we wanna party.
Atlantic TV, culturally inclined and uniquely different. Atlantic TV, culturally inclined, uniquely different.
Welcome back, welcome back. If you're just joining, you know what time it is. It's Trendy O'Clock. This is where we talk about all the trending stories on the internet. I am Mercy Erabo, and I am not alone here. I've got myself, Michael Gobadia, and together we'll be sharing our opinion about all the trending gist on the internet. And today, what are we starting with? The coronation anniversary of His Majesty has kept social media buzzing, from the dazzling royal regalia to the beautiful cultural displays. Yeah, I know you must have seen that too, one way or the other, because everybody saw it. It wasn't restricted to Warri, Delta State, or even Nigeria. It was global. I think our king here, the king of Warri, the Olu of Warri, is really, really global. And talking about that, the king is also generous. I was just seeing monetary gifts here and there. He even started the Iwere Trust Fund with 750 million naira, and the scholarship awards to the children for the Shekiri language competition, and even the drama troupe that presented. He was so generous enough to give them about 1 million naira, and that's so generous of the king, the Olu of Warri. What do you think about it, Michael?
Well, you're just so right. The social media was really awash with a whole lot.
Yeah.
Especially that last week was something that was making everybody really enjoy to watch and see what was happening. And in every honesty, His Royal Majesty indeed Ogiame Atueshe the CFR, did a whole lot as it concerns giving to the good people of his domain, especially with that 750 million trust fund. And not just only that, rewarding excellent persons that stood their ground and were really good sons and daughters of the Shekiri nation. Like one we also want to congratulate, and we're talking of no other person, we'll call him Papa Ayo Rishajafo, while he was also being celebrated by His Royal Majesty, and one that we really want to congratulate him on. So the social media was really awash with a whole lot of things that played out last week. And not just only the social media itself, even mainstream media also took the stories, and honestly, it was indeed the talk of the week last week.
I was seeing hashtags like hashtag Oluwafori, hashtag 4th coronation anniversary. Well, we're still saying congratulations to the Oluwafori, His Majesty Ogiame Atuashe III, CFRO. May you live long and may your reign be long. Yes, let's see our second story for today. Yes, so Magistrate Court finds one Jennifer 450,000 naira for collecting transport fare from a guy called Emmanuel, and then refused to show up in his house. Well, was the court's verdict really fair?
Well, anyway, for me, it was fair because it was a contract that was already there. Give me transport, I'm coming. Only for you now to defraud the young man. You did not know whether he went to borrow the money. You did not know where he got the money from. You only defrauded him, took his 30,000 naira. It could even be his last money. Maybe the guy was even hoping. And you know, he might even be wanting her to come so they will have a honest discussion on how things will work. And at the end, you defrauded that young man and you feel, well, I feel the verdict is in order.
I really love the fact that you're taking sides on this. You're really taking sides. And I think this is where the battle has to start. No, we really need to go into this, because what if the girl actually had a change of mind? Okay. Like we've been seeing on the internet, rituals and all of that. Okay, after sending the money, and she feels like, I think I don't trust this guy. Why should I go to his house in the first place? So why don't you see it from that angle? Yeah,
you're right. She has a change of mind. Her account should also have a change of heart and return the money. You're very right.
Okay, what if the guy actually did not ask, but he was just pained that she didn't come and
decided
to take her to court?
Before he went to court, he would have asked her, and I'm quite sure the answer that came is, you are a big boy, shut up, what is 30,000 naira?
No.
And I can go on and give you reactions that might have followed.
The truth is, the guy must have, maybe he didn't ask, probably because he feels like he's pained. He's pained that the guy didn't ask show properly,
but he said properly.
Maybe he didn't ask in the first place. Why? Because he feels like this guy was supposed to show up, and you know, guys, now probably has taken all the abido shakers, thinking that this girl would come, and she didn't show up, and because he's pained, he decided to sue her to court.
So that's the fraud.
Maybe he didn't even ask for the money.
That's still the fraud.
No, but he didn't ask. I'm sure if he had asked, the girl would have maybe returned the money.
Well, anyway, all I know is EFCC should try and get a database of those women that would defraud men on account of sending me transport. Now, let me tell you why this seems to be serious. For example, she has about 50 of such young men, and she defrauds them of 50,000 naira. Do you know how much that will amount to?
Well,
and we are getting people that are being arrested by the EFCC on account of even 500,000 naira.
I'm sure that's not a business plan for her. I'm not sure she's into that. I know that things must have happened, lack of communication. No, she didn't tell me. I'm just trying to put myself in a place right now. Maybe lack of communication had led to this whole court issue. But I feel it's something that they would have just been able to resolve amicably.
She have enough of time to think about it. Remember, she's going to jail.
Okay, that's true. And the truth is, she actually just collected 30,000 naira. And now the court is asking her to pay 450,000 naira or serve a prison term of 7 years.
I feel she will pay. I know she will pay. She will ask another guy for transport and settle all of this. She will not go to jail. Just be relaxed.
The way your sound is as if somebody has collected transport.
No, nobody. And anybody that send me, I'm not used to such business without receipts.
Okay.
I do my business, I have my transaction receipts, all of that.
Okay, since the guys have started, it's ladies, I think this is the point where we really need to make the dating pool sane again. Yes, you collect transport fare without showing up, courts, right? Yes, if you lead a lady on You lead a lady on and then go ahead to marry another lady without no proper proof.
I feel a bit sleepy.
No official proof of breakup. Courts. I think this is where we ladies need to start charging men to court. And then the married men out there, yes, you know you are married. You know you are married, but you decide to lead a young lady on without telling them that you are married. In fact, some will even ask you, are you married? And you say, no, I am not married. You are leading them on court. Yes, everybody needs to be held accountable for their actions.
I'm happy it was not a male judge that sent her to jail. We would not have slept. All the men would have woken up in the night. But now it's a woman that saw the evil a fellow woman did and saw what was right on the table. You defrauded the young man of 30,000 naira. You did not show up when you needed to show up to talk business issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to jail.
Okay, Michael, do you actually agree that everybody should be held accountable now?
Yes, for their actions and inactions.
Yes. If you lead a girl on and you go ahead to marry somebody else.
Mercy, I will plead with you. If you have any case like that, present it to the court. Maybe if we finally have a judgment, we'll still have every reason to trend it.
Yes, because it's not fair that most men, you know you are married and you keep lying to a girl, building her hopes and all of that. And at the end of the day, she'll just find out. Maybe
some girls, they like lies.
Online.
If they, Mercy, the truth is, when that issue comes up in court, we'll be more than happy to talk about it. But please do not put in the mind of young women that are Christians, easygoing, to start thinking in that direction. Please, let's leave it.
Please, I think, in as much as I want to stop this, but remember, courts, anything courts, we need to start suing everybody now. Okay, let's go to our third gist for today. Yes, boyfriend went to close down salon he opened for his girlfriend after 2 years of relationship ended because she allegedly cheated on him. In as much as we do not know the full story, we didn't know if she was unhappy, neglected, or even suffering from domestic violence. But the truth is, love failed, not business. Business is not supposed to fail, right? Okay, so I feel it's very, very wrong for the guy to go and close the shop. Like real men will never do that. But I know that boy is a baby. In fact, he's a boy.
But honestly, did you see the comments?
Real male will never do that.
Did you see the comment that followed that video? Every man, every strong man is hailing him and calling him a man.
No, I was seeing thoughts like
no, those were the ladies' response.
These people,
but look at the men's response. The men were like, correct. Brothers are proud of you. Go ahead. Think of even the shoes. Not only the store. Think of the shoes. Think of the weave-on you bought for her. Collect all. Men were thumbing him up. They were hailing him.
What is wrong is wrong. Let's leave business aside. For instance, you bought me this bracelet, and because things didn't go as planned, and you asked me to return it because the relationship didn't go as planned. That is wrong. You gave it out as gift. Let it go. You don't have any business. Mercy. And if you truly want to move on, I'm sure you don't have to go back to collecting all of this. Fine, she cheated, of which I don't know. So probably you just feel she cheated. Allegedly is what. Yes, allegedly is what we saw there. Allegedly cheated. So let's even assume she cheated, and you're going to collect what you give to her. It's totally wrong.
Well, anyway, it might sound childish in your eye, but you do know that everybody has. It's like him investing in something he knows he will gain from. You talked about men going to jail on account of leading a lady on because they were she was investing her emotions on him. She go to jail. So why would he not go back? Let us not go to jail. Bring back what I invested in you. You want to follow this new guy? Go ahead. If I bought you a hair dryer, let the guy buy you 3 hair dryers. It's simple.
But the truth is,
if you feel I cannot, and because it does not make sense, he's investing in you, but another guy is eating both ways. It doesn't make sense.
The truth is, he wasn't even collecting them. He was destroying them.
No, well, destruction for me is wrong. But collecting, he has to take that into invest in another sector. People sell their property to invest in others. People redirect their businesses. Maybe this one has come to a brick wall, cheating has come up. Why not collect this thing, meet another fine, young, decent girl, invest in her life, and life continues. That's
Okay,
what's happening.
Mr. Michael, did you know how that business started? Probably started that business very small, and she was able to work hard
And
to
the poor boy was
grow-
investing his
to
time and
grow
everything
that
in her.
business.
Yes.
She worked hard to grow. They said 2 years. So do you know
the
the
guy
hard
tried.
work she has pulled into that business for 2 years? And now this guy is coming to destroy everything, destroy all her hard work. That's totally bad. Like I say, real men will never do that. Girls, please. Stop going for young boys. Stop going for guys. Go for real men that really know what they want, and not some
The married
confused
men are again on it
fellows.
too.
No, not married men.
Okay, sorry.
Mature guys.
Okay.
Go for real men, not for confused mommy's boys that really do not know what they want. Okay, go for real men. I don't want to start seeing all of these complaints online. I don't want to see such again. That is why you have to take my advice and go for real men.
And real men, go for real women, not all these childish girls that will at the end break your heart. You carry your poor investment and invest in that boy in the village. Go for real women.
Okay.
Don't be investing in something that is wrong.
Michael, you actually know that they said she cheated, right?
Yeah,
okay,
and
why
he
is
did
it
not
that,
cheat.
Wait, why is it that it's only
He
when
invested his
ladies
love.
It's only when ladies cheat that it's that everybody start blowing the trumpets and all of that. But men do this almost all the time. In fact, most men.
But the women don't invest.
It's very
now.
rare
It is the men
to
that
find
invest.
a man that does not cheat. It's very, very rare. In fact, if you have one, please hold him very tight, because I'm sure maybe he's just the only one left
And that
in this
lady had
country.
a good one. He did not cheat, but she went to cheat. She should hold him very well.
Mr. Michael, are you in any way related to this man?
No, I'm not.
So how come you are saying that he didn't cheat?
How come
What
you are
if
saying he
he
didn't
was
cheat?
cheating and she decided to pay
To cheat back.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Then you give him back my property,
I'm
you
just
move on.
saying.
It's simple, like
But
no
it's
quarrel.
childish,
No need to go to
bro.
court.
It is very, very childish to go back to collect what gift is gift. Once you've given out gift, just let it go.
That's
That is
if
how
gift
life
believes
is
in that
supposed to
too.
be.
But
just
anyway.
let it go.
Okay.
I don't need to argue more with Mr. Michael because he seems to be taking sides and all of this. But let's see.
Brother, men are proud
Let's
of
see
you.
for the fourth story. Femi Atsare, the husband to the celebrity stylist Vicky James, recently announced his talk show, Femi Talks Sports. But netizens are not taking it easy on him. Well, these are some of the reactions from social media users. Let's see some of the reactions. Nothing this man never do for money.
Yeah.
See how your wife has made a beautiful studio for you. Don't cheat on her.
Or they will collect it back.
Okay, let's see. Marry better wife, he gets why. But my big question here is it wrong to actually marry a successful woman?
No, it's not wrong. And I feel every man needs a strong, successful woman.
Okay.
Not to live on her, but also just to still, make her add value to your life.
Yeah. But the thing is, since this guy got married to this lady, Vicky James, most people don't even know the guy's real name. They call him Vicky James' husband, Femi Vicky James, and all of that. Just because he got married,
Who
people
married
feel the man actually married the woman.
Okay. I needed clearance.
He married the woman, but because the ladies who we know, we're even talking about successful women or successful woman, because she's a stylist, she's a public figure. But the truth is, we do not really know much about this man. Maybe he's the successful man still that doesn't, because I don't really think any successful woman might want to go for now.
There we go again. Here we go again.
I feel the man might actually be successful, but because he might not be the social media persons that come online to post his stuff online, and people just feel like he's
And
poor,
he wants
and
to
everything he
now
does
open
in
a
this
sports show.
life is all about Vicky James. They keep asking him, did she ask you to do this? Did she ask you to do
But
that?
don't you
But
feel,
that's wrong.
Mercy, don't you feel if he puts James Sports Ground, it will get more ground rather than I'm just asking.
Like, the guy needs to start his own thing.
Oh,
Do you people have to keep linking him to Vicky James? Like, I really feel bad for this guy because there's nothing he does that Nigerians ever take easy on him. They're always coming after him. Why? Even Vicky James, that one has talked and she's even tired of the whole issues. Nigerians, you people should do the calms now. Do the calms. That's why we find out that successful women, at the end of the day, they end up being unmarried because of issues like this. Men are actually running. They don't want to date successful women. Why? Because of this same issue. Please, we really need to do better. We really need to do better. In as much as I would love to talk about this, let's see what we have for the fifth story. Funke Akindele, popularly known as Jennifer, clocked 48 years.
Wow.
Yesterday, it's on the 4th of August 2025. She shared stunning pictures, as you can see on the screen, of herself on social media. Well, we are saying happy birthday to Jennifer. It's me, Jennifer. We wish you long life and prosperity. Keep being you. We love you. We celebrate you. This is Atlantic Media and TV saying happy birthday to you, Jennifer. Mr. Michael, do you have anything to say to her?
She doesn't look 48. She looks
really?
38. Wow.
She looks very young,
She
very
looks
young.
pretty young.
I like the fact that
Congratulations.
she's keeping fit and all of that. Happy birthday once again, Jennifer. Okay, this is a wrap on trending. This is where we draw the curtain on trending. You know you can join the conversations, right? Feel free to drop your comments in the comment section and we're sure to respond to that. And let me leave you with a question. Will you marry a successful woman as a man? And successful women, will you go for low budget guys?
No comments.
You won't take that easy. All right, so drop your comments in the comment section, and you can also tell us on topics you want us to talk about in the comment section on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on YouTube at Atlantic Media and TV. Once again, I am Mercy Erabo. This is me wishing you a happy new week.
My name is Desoka, the comedy catalyst of one of Nigerian comedy.
All right, guys. Back again, yes, boss. My name is Baby.
Yemi Alade.
Yeah, what up, people? It's your boy Victor 80.
Girl Ninyola.
My name is my wife and just celebrity type man.
My papa say, who won't carry cow, waka go, waka follow the cow. I know the life for you.
I see you know you're watching the Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV. Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Informative, educative, interesting, entertaining.
Worldwide, international.
Don't go anywhere, I'll catch you.
Don't touch that die. Atlantic TV. Boom.
Atlantic TV. We wanna party.
Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different. Atlantic TV, culturally inclined and uniquely different. Atlantic TV, culturally inclined and uniquely different.
Talk Show. Hello, beautiful people, tea lovers. It's another weekend of your favorite entertainment show right here on Atlantic TV. It is Tea Talk, baby. Welcome on board. This is where we serve you the juice and the gist just the way you like it. We're dropping in like it's HOT, giving you all the trendiest gist and updates that you need to know in the world of entertainment. I'm your host with the most. NK is my name, and it's so good to be here once again with you on this episode right here on Tea Talk. Today's episode promises to be an amazing, spectacular, hilarious, thrilling. I mean, I could go on and on and on because we've got quite a lot for you today on the Tea Talk show. I will be taking you on today's episode. Yes, I will be taking you on the journey as we take a trip down to Lagos State, where it all happened last weekend at the official premiere of the movie titled Dazzling Obsession. I know I'd given you a tip earlier on this coverage, and yes, we have gone and we are back, and it was an amazing experience. Oh my gosh, I was on the red carpet. I had lots of amazing conversations with stakeholders, movie lovers, and of course the cast, some of the cast and crew who made it to the premiere, and of course everyone who came on to cheer the producers and the directors and everyone that came to support the movie project. It was a beautiful day indeed. All right, so Dazzling Obsession is a movie that is themed around love, betrayal, and blind trust. Oh my God, you could tell from the name Dazzling Obsession. You know, when someone is obsessed about something, the person goes all out, does what he needs to do just to get this thing for himself. And that's what the movie Dazzling Obsession portrayed to us, and it was a beautiful movie, by the way. Well, this movie is being produced by a group of graduates from Kadosa O2 set, led by Mr. Daniel. And they came together and decided, you know what, as a way of giving back, as a way of, just contributing to the school, right? So whatever proceeds from this movie project will be taken to the school as a way of contributing to the school, the school's upkeep, and whatever you might want to call it, trying to grow the school, kind of. So they came together and decided to go on a movie project. And it was their first ever, and it was a hit. I mean, with stars like Eina Wingwe, we had Oke Uzoishi, we had Chisom Omenadi, we had lots of amazing stars in this movie, and it was being directed by the famous one and only Sahid Apampa. I can't wait to give you all the gist and all the details of this movie, but let's watch these clips, and this is how it all went down at the movie premiere of Dazzling Obsession last weekend. Check this out.
Tea Talk Show.
All right, we're still live here on the red carpet of the premiere of the movie Dazzling Obsession. With me, I have a very beautiful woman. Good to have you on the red carpet, ma'am.
My pleasure.
So let's get to meet you and let's know what you're wearing.
Okay, I am Ruth, the beautiful Ruth. I like being called Ruth. Gives me that identity, Ruth. Right. And I'm just wearing a dress. A nice one. So that's it.
Yeah, you look stunning, beautiful in your dress. So we're here for Dazzling Obsession. Okay, so I know you've not watched the movie yet. We're all here to watch the movie. But then when you see the amazing cast and crew, what comes to mind?
I'm not a fan of movies. I really don't. But when I see some of those familiar faces, like some of them I saw, I don't know their names too. I'm sorry. Yeah, they are here. So when I see them, yeah, I like to know what they have for us because I hear they are good. So I'm here to see what they have given to us, and I'm sure it is going to be awesome, like we used to hear. So let's see what's up. Let's see what they have.
Okay, so when you hear Dazzling Obsession, what comes to mind is romance, fun-filled, all about love. So what would you say you're looking forward to experiencing while watching the movie tonight?
Obsession. Usually it's going to be about love in a negative way. And we all know how negativity sells. So I am very sure it's going to be amazing. So I'm really looking out for what he has up his sleeve. So let's see what they have.
Fingers crossed. We're looking forward to see what Dazzling Obsession is all about. Well, thank you so much for joining me on the red carpet. We look forward to having your experience after watching the movie. So I have with me right here on the red carpet the producer of Dazzling Obsession. Good evening, sir. Good to meet
Good
you.
evening. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So can we meet you?
Okay, my name is Daniel. As you can see over here is Concadosa O2 Sets. That is my secondary school alumni association.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I'm the chairman of the alumni association. So we decided to venture into movie production, as a way of generating revenue for the association, encouraging the movie industry, and entertaining Nigerians.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, this is the first time I'm hearing such.
Yeah.
So would you say this is your first movie project?
Yes, this is our first movie project.
So how does it feel for you today, right here, watching this whole vision come to life?
Yes, it's a dream come true. When I conceived this, I was trying to say, let's see how we can go into movie production, and generate fund, encourages, get to entertain people. And it was like, okay, how are you going to go about it? How are you going to get the directors? How are you going to get them? How much is it going to cost? What is going to, can we? But I told my members, I said, look, impossible is nothing. You understand? We just have to get information, and then work towards it. So we started, this was January. That was when we started making the move, So by March, we were able to connect with Said Apampa, and then he gave us the script. So we bought the script, and then we paid for the crew and every other thing. So, and this is a dream come true. So these are first. We hope to continue to do many more, hopefully.
All right, so talking about the cast, tell us about this amazing lineup of cast. I mean, how did you go about getting this cast for this movie?
Okay, with the help of the director, Said Apampa, we were able to, he recommended this cast for us, that these are very good people, especially for the storyline that you want to tell, that these people can, give you something of good quality, and I really am impressed, and I really appreciate, their performance and what they were able to do. Yes.
All right, so we are here for the movie premiere. What do you hope that people will expect today?
Okay, to see the movie, to appreciate the storyline, to encourage us, in production, you understand, because we intend to continue to build and do something better and, something more. So, and then I think they will learn a lot of lessons from the movie in particular, I don't want to tell you the story here. You have to watch the movie to see the story. In fact, at a point, you want to cry, but then, so, so people will learn from it, things like blind trust, that love doesn't die like that. Let me not tell you the whole story anyway.
Okay, so while we are anticipating the movie, can you describe Dazzling Obsession in 3 words?
Yeah, betrayal, passion, love. Those are the 3 words.
All right, I thought you were going to make it a 4, but it's all good. Now we have an idea of what to expect.
Yes,
well, we say congratulations to you, and we look forward to watching Dazzling Obsession and be thrilled by this amazing movie. So yeah, congratulations to you and your alumni.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for joining us on the red carpet. Stay tuned for more interviews, exclusive interviews to come. All right, with me on the red carpet, I've got an amazing couple. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma. Good to have you on the red carpet. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. All right, so can we meet you, sir and ma'am?
Okay, my name is architect Enyi Benebo, and my wife.
Architect Mrs. Aim.
Oh, both architects. Amazing. All right, so tell us, sir, why are you here today?
Well, it may interest you to know that I'm an ex-student of command.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, we're the first set, the pioneer set of students who were to command. This is a novel initiative, and by the time it works, let me not say if it works, by the time it works, and I know it will, it will be a model for other sets to emulate. Probably not in film, but in other endeavors of life.
So now that you're here to experience this, I mean, what do you think about this entire project?
I think it's very exciting to hear, although I don't know so much about it. I don't know the set, but I think the other senior sets, I know them a lot. But it's a good initiative. For me, anything you start, people will follow and then take example from what you're doing. And I think it's a good one. It's a good start.
All right, with me on the red carpet, I've got the director of this amazing movie, Mr. Saheed Apampa. Good to have you on the red carpet.
Thank you very, very much.
All right, so how do you feel today, on this movie premiere, watching this whole project come to life?
Well, something I'm used to, so I'm happy, I've done about 200 and something films, so it's not new. So, I mean, it's a good one, good story that was well told. The cast brought out the beauty of the story, and everybody did justice to it. The crew, the producers. I know it's a group of friends from school, and decided to do something in the entertainment world, and it's a beautiful one. At the end of the day, I'm sure people are going to like the outcome of the film.
Right, amazing stuff. Now tell us about the cast and crew. I mean, how did you come about this amazing collection of people?
A good story, a film starts with a good story. So a story first, which is a script. Now we have a script. Now you need the good actors to bring out the beauty of the characters in the film. So I've worked with a lot of them in the past. So I just knew, this one will be able to fit into this role. This one will be able to fit into this role. And, we're able to bring it together and we have a good film.
Amazing. So would you say any scene in this movie gave you some hard times?
Oh, yes. It's always like that. Once in a while you come across some scenes that technical. Technicality has to be untouched. So we had a technical scene that was tough. We're running out of time at a particular location. And I used 4 cameras to shoot. So I was able to meet up, even though there was a little hassle here and there. But thank God.
So if you were to describe this movie in 3 words, what would those words be?
Go and watch.
You heard that right. Go and watch. No spoilers here. You've got to watch the movie. Well, it's been an amazing time having you on the red carpet. Thank you so much for putting your time and energy into this movie. We appreciate you.
Tea Talk Show.
Roses are red, but I've got the stunning lady in red. Good to have you on the red carpet, ma'am.
Thank you. Good evening.
All right, so can we meet you real quick?
Okay, my name is Lillian Okoli. I reside in Port Harcourt, dentist. I work with Kiss My Dental Clinic. Actually, the CEO of Kiss My Dental Clinic.
Oh, welcome, Doc. Good to have you on my carpet. All right, so you're here for the movie premiere. Tell us, what are your expectations for tonight?
Well, I've heard about the movie. Actually, traveled down from Port Harcourt just to be part of Faith EX. And the crews and all that, they're amazing people, and I believe the movie will be awesome. It will be amazing. Everything, well, I'm not that kind movie fan, but I believe it will be nice. I think so, yeah.
Judging by the name of the movie, Dazzling Obsession, what do you think it's going to be all about?
Well, I'm not good guessing. I won't lie to you. Whatever it is, let's just see. Yes.
Okay, so who amongst the cast are you looking forward to see their performance?
Oh, they're all amazing. They're all amazing. Let's give it up for them. They're all amazing. No, there's no particular person that will say is more special than the other. They're all good. So look forward to seeing the movie.
I look forward to also having you back on the red carpet after watching the movie to tell us about your experience and what you think about the movie.
That's good. I'll do that actually.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the red carpet. All right. Enjoy the movie. Thank you. Still catching all the fun moments right here on the red carpet of the movie premiere of Dazzling Obsession. I've got with me right here a beautiful looking woman. She looks so stunning. Thank you. So who are you wearing today? Your outfit looks amazing.
Thank you. So this is Saturday evening and I'm here to catch all the fun I can. I'm here to watch Dazzling Obsession. I know from the name it's already looking very interesting. I'm looking forward to bonding with my friends and for us to have a cool evening together, enjoy the movie and catch some tips to take back to school. So we are friends from school, from Lagos Business School. So we are just here to relax and to watch this new movie so we can also promote to our friends out there.
Well, the director is my guy, Saida Pampa. I've known him for since 2007, 2008. Yeah, so that's one of the major reasons why I'm here, to see him premiere this beautiful thing, because Said usually does a lot of beautiful things. And then also I'm here to support my guy, Igwe. Correct, another correct guy. So I'm not expecting anything but correct.
Correct?
Yep, correct.
Amazing stuff. Now, you are in the movie industry, and so far, so good. Nollywood has evolved, bringing out beautiful storylines.
Yep.
I mean, what do you think about the movie industry right now, and where do you think the movie industry is going?
Okay, so first off, I want to say that every creative out there have been amazing so far. From not just the actors, from directors to the storytellers, actually, because the storytelling in our industry right now is fantastic, right? The only thing I know that we lack at the moment is more investors. Because imagine having someone invest $1 million or $2 million on a very beautiful story. So we are not. How do I put this now? For a lack of better word, we're not caged. We're not in the box. Because then, imagine having a beautiful story and maybe we just like $200,000 to shoot it. Then, when it comes out, it still looks very good. A lot of people love it. You hear a lot of hype. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's so this. Now imagine put $1 million or $2 million in there. It's going to be explosive, right? So we need investors, more investors. We are growing fast. We are growing good, and we are growing strong.
Amazing stuff. So, what would you say is the hardest part of being an actor in Nigeria?
Okay, I always say this, and I'm sure a lot of people might have been tired or would have been tired of me hearing this. When you love what you do, there's no hardest part. For some people, acting is a passion. Do you get tired of your culture? Exactly. For me, acting is my culture. You can't get tired of your culture. So when you say the hardest part, there's none. Because working is fun. Being on set is fun. Delivering your lines is fun. Getting into character, that's the funnest part for me. Because then I have to open my character box, jump in there, wear somebody, a new character, and come out. I'm like, and then I have to go back, take it off. So that's the most interesting part for me. So it's never fun. It's never not fun. It's never hard, right? But then, work can be stressful. That's where the human factor comes in. We all get tired. Oh my God, I'm tired. That's all. That's all I experience. So I think that's the hardest part, getting tired. Because I don't want to get tired when I'm shooting.
Amazing. I love that. All right, we're looking forward to having you back on the red carpet after watching the movie. Let's get to hear your experience and what you think about the movie.
I can't wait. And they know me to be a very big critic. I know Said is a correct guy.
I'm not saying you're going to drop him like you're hot.
If he doesn't,
we'll call him out.
Bye-bye.
All right, so we have another superstar right here on the red carpet. It's still about the premiere of the movie Dazzling Obsession. Looking so beautiful and white. How are you doing, man?
Thank you, love. Hi, everybody. How you doing? You look amazing yourself.
Well, you too.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So let us know you and why you're here.
So my name is Asha Jumar. I'm a Kenyan actress, but I'm actually based in Nigeria.
Nice.
So I'm here to support Mr. Said Apapa. He's one of my faves of a director. So I'm here to watch The Obsession. I know he's going to do a great thing. So I just can't wait to see what he has for us.
Okay. So what are your expectations for this movie tonight?
Honestly, considering the actors that I've put up on set, I'm definitely expecting something great.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure.
I can't wait as well. And I hope to have you back on the red carpet after watching the movie.
Next premiere,
Let's hear your own experience.
You're going to see me on the picture on the next premiere, I promise you.
Right.
Yes,
I'm
going to
wait.
work my heart
I
for it. Thank you so much, darling.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the red carpet.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Have a good evening.
I am there. I mean, you've been in a lone space with your ex. I am having this wild imagination, knowing the history between you and Tony.
You didn't tell me that just got transferred, right? The one my fiancé has been talking about.
Fiancé? I just changed something for you. Sure, I love that. I hope you enjoyed the film. Thank you very, very much. The film is streaming on Big Concept TV on YouTube. Help us share it to everyone. Pass it on, tell a friend about it. It's a beautiful one, and we hope to do more with Kamkosa. Thank you very much.
And we are back on the red carpet. Oh my God, it's been an amazing watch. Talking about the movie Dazzling Obsession. We have seen it, woo! And it has been nothing short of amazing. Let's get some reactions. Ma'am, do you love the movie, first of all?
It was mind-blowing, like seriously, wonderful, intriguing, captivating, exciting. So real, like relatable, what happens in the office. So with Tony, backbiting, your friendly friends, you see it every day in the office. So it's so relatable. It's wonderful. I had a wonderful time.
So tell me, ma'am, do you love the movie?
It was awesome. Absolutely.
So what do you think about the Tony and James friendship dynamic?
Oh, it's what is happening in our day-to-day activities in the world, the country as a whole. Tony was sneaky. He was like, he's just kind of, what do I call him? He's a sneaky guy, He pretends to love his friend, but he doesn't. He was jealous of him in every ratification. You can see jealousy written all over him. And he was like manipulating. So it's teaching us, I learned something, it's not everybody that is truly your friend. And if you don't, they were working in the same office and he manipulated and manipulated. I mean, how can you have a laptop, for crying out loud? Who does that? And you don't have a password on your laptop? I mean, that's a lesson for everybody to learn, when you're working in an office with other people, you don't take your office to your house, and you don't take your house to your office. Let everything in the office end in the office, and the house ends in the house. But this guy, I love him. He's top notch. And the girl, where is she? Oh, this one. She loves him, and she was dating this one who was so innocent, and then she even made love to him.
Imagine.
And not even telling him.
She broke the girl code.
Oh my gosh. Women, try and be sincere to your guys. Be transparent. I mean, if she had told him that she dated that guy before, I mean, honesty is golden. A lot of damages that happened wouldn't have happened. But because she's greedy, she wants money. Because her friend asked her, I mean, if this guy was rich, would you have left him? He said, no. So if he gets rich again, then she will jump back. So, I mean, women, please be transparent, for crying out loud. Be transparent. But this is top notch. I love it. And I'm going to recommend everybody to go and watch.
Everything about the movie is on point. It's awesome. I mean, great acting, great production, and of course, great directing. So I love it.
To be honest, they're both fantastic actors, all of them. Both the Chisom is an amazing actor. Okay, I've been doing this for years, and to be honest, those actors I've both worked with, and they've been amazing off and on the screen as well. I love the movie. It taught a lot, but I would have loved to see where she confessed.
That part was missing.
It was missing. There should be a part 2. Yes, I want to see if a Nigerian man will forgive a woman for cheating, especially when she's engaged. So I would have loved to see his reaction if she had confessed to him. Yes, but then it was an amazing movie. It did teach a lot.
Yeah. So talking about teaching, what would you say has been your biggest lesson from the movie?
Oh my goodness, to always not pick that your ex's call. No, yes, because out of experience, don't pick your ex call. Don't do that. There's always a tendency of you falling back into that debacle. Yes, I'm telling you. So don't pick his call. Seriously, man or woman, don't pick.
The movie is wonderful. That's all I can say. The actors, they are good. The directing is superb. Yeah, and my girl Chisom. She's my girl. She did amazing. Yeah, so I'm here for her, especially.
I love the sisterhood.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your biggest lesson from this movie? I mean, there was so much lessons to learn from it. So what was your
The
biggest
number
lesson?
one is stay away from your ex. No matter what, stay far away from your ex, because there's always tendency that So yeah.
Oh my God, that was such a beautiful moment right there. I had so much fun on the red carpet. You could tell from the interviews I conducted, I had so much fun interacting with people who came to support this project. I mean, you could tell from their conversations that they were really anticipating and looking forward to watching this movie. Now, well, we have watched it, and there are a lot of stories. There are a lot of stories to tell from this movie. Do you know what people do for love? Like, it's really crazy the extent people can go for love. And we saw that portrayed in Dazzling Obsession, the friendship dynamic between Joe, yes, and of course Mr. James. It's really amazing, though. Really, really amazing to see. I mean, if you have not watched this movie, I would want to encourage you, go and watch it, because there's a lot of stories to tell from the movie. There's a lot of stories to learn from the movie as well. That's an obsession. You can get it on YouTube, B Concept Network on YouTube. Go watch the movie and thank me later. I want to say big congratulations to the producer, led by Mr. Daniel. Of course, the director did an awesome job gathering all the amazing cast and crew together to bring up this epic movie. Congratulations to you, Mr. Sahid Apampa. We see you and we appreciate your work. And of course, to everyone who made it to the premiere, congratulations. You have made history. And of course, the producers have let us know that this is just the beginning. There are more projects that they will be bringing up in the nearest possible time. So we're looking forward to all the amazing stuff that the Kadosa Otis set will be bringing up very soon, and we can't wait to celebrate with them. All right, I'm sure you enjoyed yourselves, and as much as I did right here in the studio, I enjoyed myself watching the premiere of Dazzling Obsession. Next weekend, we're back on here with another amazing episode on the Tea Talk Show. Whatever you do, do not touch the dial. Keep watching Atlantic TV. And of course, keep watching Tea Talk. Drop a comment. Let us know what you feel and how you feel about this episode. See you next week. Bye.
Tea Talk Show.
When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace.
Good day and welcome to our daily news roundup on Atlantic TV. I am Nkechi Tejere. Here are our top stories. Federal government clamps down, shuts 22 illegal colleges of education. Oborevwori urges calm as tension brews in Warri. Governor Oborevwori hails Olu of Warri as bridge builder. Trump escalates feud with Democrats over National Guard deployments. The Tigers back home after Afrobasket campaign in Angola. Now to the news in full. The federal government has intensified its war against fake institutions. The National Commission for Colleges of Education has uncovered and shut down 22 illegal colleges of education operating across the country. The NCCE revealed the action in its recent performance report, which also highlighted personnel audits and financial monitoring across the 21 federal colleges of education. This move follows President Bola Tinubu's directive to weed out what he described as certificate millers, undermining the credibility of Nigeria's higher education system. Speaking at the 14th convocation of the National Open University Education, stressed that the integrity of the academic sector must not be compromised. The crackdown is being carried out in collaboration with other key agencies including JAMB, NYSC, NUC, and NBTE to ensure quality, efficiency, and zero tolerance for forgery or unrecognized institutions. Authorities say the joint effort is part of a wider reform to restore confidence in Nigeria's education system and protect students from falling victim to fake institutions. President Bola Tinubu has arrived in Brasilia, Brazil, for a two-day state visit aimed at strengthening bilateral ties and boosting cooperation in trade, security, agriculture, and culture exchange. The presidential jet Eagle One touched down at Brasilia International Airport around 12:30 a.m. local time. The president was welcomed by Brazilian officials led by Carlos Duarte, Secretary for Africa and the Middle East, alongside Nigeria's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu, and other top dignitaries. At his hotel, Tinubu was received by Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, Deputy Senate President Barau Jibrin, Kaduna State Governor Uba Sani, and Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang, among ministers and senior government officials. During the visit, President Tinubu will meet with Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva at the Planalto Palace, where both leaders are expected to sign key agreements and address a joint press conference. He will also hold talks with Brazil's top lawmakers and judiciary heads and participate in the Nigeria-Brazil Business Forum, a platform expected to unlock new trade and investment opportunities. The state visits, officials say, will focus on agriculture, aviation, energy transition, and regional security, positioning Nigeria as a stronger partner to Latin America's largest economy. Delta State Governor Right Honorable Sheriff Oboiwari is calling for calm amid reports of rising tension between the Shekiris and Urobos in Warri South local government area. In a statement issued by his chief press secretary, Festus Ahon, the governor appealed to residents to avoid actions that could disrupt the peace and stability of the oil-rich city. He assured that his administration remains committed to revitalizing infrastructure in Warri, stressing that peace is vital to unlocking the city's vast economic potential. Oboiwari also urged community leaders, youth groups, and opinion molders to foster unity and peaceful coexistence among ethnic groups in the state. Security agencies, he added, are on ground to maintain peace and order in Warri and its environs. The governor reiterated his administration's commitment to inclusive governance and equitable development, while stressing that the peace of Warri must not be compromised. Still in Delta State, the Delta State's Governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oboiwari, has praised the Olu of Warri, His Majesty Ogiamia Tuashi III, describing him as a bridge builder and a source of pride to the state. Represented by his Chief of Staff, Kingsley Emu, the governor gave the commendation on Sunday during the Thanksgiving service, marking the end of the monarch's 4th coronation anniversary celebrations. He said the Olu's engagements within and outside Nigeria have brought peace, stability, and greater recognition to Warri and Delta State. Governor Oboiwari congratulated the monarch, praying for long life and more of God's blessings on his reign. The Thanksgiving service wrapped up a week-long series of events honoring 4 years of the Olu's reign over the Warri Kingdom. You're watching the Daily News Roundup. We'll go for a short break. More news stories when we return.
My name is Desoka, the comedy catalyst of one of Nigerian comedy.
All right, guys, back again. Yes, boss. My name is Osh, baby.
Yemi Alade.
Yeah, what up, people? It's your boy Victor AD.
Girl Niniola.
My name is my wife, and just celebrity type man.
My papa say, who won't carry cow, waka go, waka follow the cow. I know the lie for you.
I see you know you're watching the Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV. Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Informative, educative, interesting, entertaining.
Worldwide, international.
Don't go anywhere, I'll catch you.
Don't touch that die. Atlantic TV. Boom.
Atlantic TV, we wanna party.
Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
Welcome back. Now to some business stories. There is growing concern over Nigeria's path to industrialization as new data reveals a widening gap between the real sector, manufacturing and agriculture, and the services sector. Stakeholders warn that the trend, if unchecked, could deepen structural weaknesses in the economy. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, manufacturing has suffered steady decline, falling from 8.99% of GDP in 2020 to 8.41% in 2024. Agriculture has slipped from 26.21% to 24.64% within the same period. Meanwhile, the services sector surged from 52.44% to 56.89%, consolidating its dominance in Nigeria's GDP composition. Reports further show that the manufacturing sector has lost about 1.2 trillion naira in 5 years. Foreign direct investments are falling and confidence among investors continue to wane. Industry groups like the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria and the Nigerian Economic Summit Group have raised red flags describing the trend as deindustrialization. They argue that without urgent reforms, Nigeria's dream of building a robust industrial base may slip further away. The Nigerian Customs Service has pledged closer collaboration with the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, NASIMA, to drive trade facilitation, boost revenue and strengthen border management. The Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, gave the assurance in Abuja while receiving the newly elected NASIMA President, Jani Ibrahim, and his team. Adeniyi said his administration remains committed to reforms that balance revenue generation, national security, and trade facilitation. He announced plans to create special desks for NASIMA members to address trade-related challenges. In his response, NASIMA President Jani Ibrahim congratulated Adeniyi on his election as chairperson of the World Customs Organization Council, describing it as a global recognition of Nigeria's customs leadership. He also applauded recent reforms, including the Authorized Economic Operator Program and digital innovations that are easing trade processes. The partnership, both leaders agreed, will further reduce bottlenecks, cut cargo delays, and position Nigeria as a stronger player in the global trade. The Securities and Exchange Commission has issued a strong warning to Nigerians against investing with GVest Global, describing the company as unregistered and involved in illegal investment activities. In a statement, SEC revealed that GVest Global operates under different names, including GVest Alausa Cooperative Multipurpose Limited, GVest Investments Limited, and GText Holdings. The Commission stressed that none of these entities is licensed to solicit investments or operate in any capacity in Nigeria's capital market. Investigations show GVest has been aggressively promoted on social media, displaying features associated with Ponzi schemes. The regulator cautioned that Nigerians dealing with the company or its affiliates do so at their own risk and urged the public to always confirm the registration status of investment firms through its official website. The SEC's message is clear. Be vigilant, verify before you invest, and avoid falling victim of fraudulent schemes. We'll go for yet another short break, and when we return, the international stories commence.
Atlantic TV, culturally inclined, uniquely different.
Welcome back. Now on the foreign scene, the U.S. President Donald Trump has again clashed with Democratic leaders threatening to deploy National Guard troops to Baltimore in his latest crackdown on crime and immigration. Trump, who recently sent Guard troops into Washington, D.C., says Baltimore is out of control and crime-ridden. The move has drawn sharp criticism, with Maryland Governor Wes Moore pushing back strongly. Earlier this year, Trump controversially ordered nearly 5,000 troops into Los Angeles during an immigration protest. Reports say Chicago may also face a massive federal deployment. Democratic governors, including California's Gavin Newsom, have fiercely condemned the actions. In Maryland, Governor Wes Moore accused Trump of using 1980s scare tactics and even invited him to walk the streets of Baltimore. Trump fired back, branding Moore nasty and threatening to cut federal aid. The standoff highlights Trump's deepening feud with Democratic leaders as he pushes an unprecedented use of federal troops in U.S. cities. The United States has confirmed its first human case of the New World screwworm, a dangerous parasitic fly whose larvae feed on living flesh. Health officials say the infection was detected in a Maryland resident who had recently returned from El Salvador, where an outbreak is ongoing. According to the CDC, the patient developed symptoms shortly arriving arriving back in the U.S. and was diagnosed on the 4th of August. CDC Director Dr. Rachel Walensky warned that screwworm larvae literally eat living tissue, making infections both rare and potentially life-threatening. The Department of Health and Human Services, led by Dr. Anthony Fauci, confirmed the case on August 24th, stressing that authorities are closely monitoring travel-related risks and working with Central American health agencies. The screwworm is more commonly found in livestock, where outbreaks can devastate herds. To curb the spread, the USDA is constructing a sterile fly facility in Texas and has temporarily halted cattle imports from Mexico. No animal cases has yet been confirmed in the U.S. this year, but experts caution that even a single human infection underscores the urgent need for vigilance, early detection, and cross-border cooperation. The Olu of Warri, His Majesty Ogiamia Tuwashi III, has honored 7 distinguished personalities, including renowned cleric Pastor Ayo Orishijafor, with the Royal Order of Iwere Award. The investiture took place at Agofen, the Olu Palace in Warri, as part of activities marking the monarch's 4th coronation anniversary. Pastor Oricha Jafo, founder of Word of Life Bible Church and former 2-time president of CAN and PFM, described the recognition as a generous humor, quoting Psalms 133 while praying for peace and blessings in Warri Kingdom. Others honored include Dr. A.B. Omashala, Mr. Oti Ikomi, Dr. Helen Boyo Ekweme, Mrs. Eva Omagumi, Mrs. Tara Feladirotoye, and Honorable Dr. Godwin Ebosa. The Royal Order of Iwere Award, established by Ogiame Atuwashi III, recognizes excellence, integrity, and service, with recipients automatically becoming members of the Royal Iwere Society. The Olu's 4th coronation anniversary continues. The Olu's 4th coronation anniversary came to an end yesterday with the Thanksgiving service at the palace. And now to some sporting stories. Nigeria's senior men basketball team excuse me. Nigeria's senior men's basketball team, the Tigers, are expected to return to the country today after their participation at the 31st edition of the FIBA AfroBasket tournament in Angola. The team, led by head coach Mohamed Abdul Rahman, exited the competition at the quarterfinal stage after a 91-75 defeat to continental rivals Senegal. Despite an impressive group stage performance, which saw victories over Madagascar, Tunisia, and Cameroon, Nigeria fell short of reaching the semi-finals. Some players, including NBA guard Josh Okoje, personally arranged early departures from Angola after the federation declined requests to reschedule return tickets. The focus now is on FIBA World Cup qualifiers in November. Reports say they want to ensure Nigeria makes it back to the global stage in 2027. The Tigers last featured at the World Cup in 2019 and will be hoping to bounce back strongly after missing the 2023 edition. With lessons learned from the AfroBasket in Angola, the spotlight now shifts to the qualifiers, where the Tigers will be aiming to restore Nigeria's place on the global basketball map. Former Super Eagles striker Brown Ideye has sparked controversy with his remarks on footballers' financial management. The 2013 AFCON winner insists that players who go broke after retirement deserves jail time. In a post on his official X account, Ideye urged current footballers to save and invest wisely, stressing that their wages should be treated as a lifetime's earned within just a few years. His comments came during an online debate sparked by concerns over the welfare of ex-players, particularly after former defender Taribo West's emotional outburst at the burial of goalkeeper Peter Rufai. While some fans agree with Ideye's tough stance, others believe Nigerian football authorities must do more to secure the welfare of ex-internationals. The debate rages on: should players alone bear the blame for financial struggles after retirement, or should football's governing bodies take greater responsibility? And with that sports news, we come to the end of our daily news roundup for today here on Atlantic TV. Thank you so much for watching. I am Nkechi Tejere. Have a pleasant day.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.